They go by number 3.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the town of Cedar Lake, January 21st, 2026. Plan Commission public meeting. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Becker is absent. Mr. Parker?
Here.
Mr. Carnahan?
Here.
Mr. Swick?
Here.
Mr. Hundley?
Here.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Here.
Mr. Kapora?
Present.
Mr. Sherry?
Here.
Mr. Austin is absent. Mr. Deutmeyer?
Present.
Mr. Eldridge? Mr. Kubiak?
Here.
Ms. Titus is present.
Okay, first order of business is election of officers. We need nomination for chairman. Do we have a nomination for chairman?
I nominate John Kapora. I second it.
A nomination for myself, and seconded by Mr. Hundley, and seconded by Mr. Wilkening. Do we have any other nominations? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hundley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kapora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Thank you, people. Now I need a nomination for vice chairman.
I nominate Jerry Wilkin.
I have a nomination for Jerry Wilkening. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Swick. Nomination by Mr. Parker. Any other nominations? Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hundley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kapora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Wow, we won again.
Did we? Did we?
Lotto ticket tonight.
All right, minutes of September 17, 2025 public meeting, October 1st, 2025 work session, October 15, 2025 public meeting, November 5th work session and special meeting, November 19, 2025 public meeting. These have been distributed. If there are no corrections, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion by Mr. Parker,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Wilkening. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hundley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kapora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. First order of business, M&L Adventure LLC, rezone preliminary plat and site plan, Visslaw, Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Owner M&L Adventure LLC, care of Visslaw, 12632 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Vicinity of 10715 West 133rd Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting a rezone from B3 to B2 of the property, preliminary plat and site plan approval.
You want to go straight to a deferral on this, or do you want to make comments?
No, if we just want to go straight to deferral, unless the board has any additional comments from last time. I know Luke's got a lot of information. The engineer's been having good dialogue back and forth. We're close, but unfortunately the newspaper was 9 days versus the 10 days. I did get it previously timely on the preliminary plat and site plan, so we could address those two tonight. But my sense is let's just do it all together, defer it, and that way it can all be done at once, and that gives Luke time to review everything, go back and forth with our engineer.
I'll entertain a motion for deferral.
So moved.
A motion by Mr. Parker, seconded by Mr. Wilkening. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hundley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Kapora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Number 2, Pinto Concrete Sereno Site Plan Waiver. Owner petitioner Luis E. Sereno, 1927 Spruce Court, Munster, Indiana, 46321. Vicinity of 12644 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting a site plan waiver. we don't have to go through legals. Legals already established, right?
Correct.
Okay. State your name and, address, please.
Louis Serrano, 1927 Spruce Circle, Munster, Indiana.
And tell us quickly what we're doing here.
Requesting site waiver for my address for the concrete
For
company.
parking of trucks.
Correct.
Luke, do you have any comments on that?
No, nothing for me.
Did we have a number on the vehicles, the quantity?
Last at the work session, we had 20 spaces, including material and forms. So basically, they had enough stuff out there for 20 spaces, whether it be concrete forms, a load of stone, just to give them a little bit of flexibility of what is out there. Because once we did the site visit, that's kind of what was there, a couple of trucks, load of stone, forms.
So we don't have to
And
work,
then also to pave that entrance road to the south of the concrete going back to the fence. So that gets rid of that muddy part in front of the building and cleans up that entrance going in and out onto the highway. So that was the two items that, and then also the third thing that was brought up was to leave the screen, the natural vegetation screen between Wicker Meadows to on the southern property line, to leave that intact, just so there was a nice buffer between business and residential. That's what I remember.
I thought there was a fence already there.
There's a fence.
Oh, there's a fence,
There's
okay.
a fence there and a tree line. But there was some talk about the slats in the fence or whatever. There's a heavy tree line that he said they planned on leaving there that did the job nicely.
Correct. You have to water the weeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the three items I remember
That
that
was just
we discussed.
from my memory.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah. Do we have any other discussion?
No.
If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, we grant the petitioner's request for a site plan waiver with the modifications or contingencies that there'll be no more than 20 vehicles in the back. That does not include material, and the remaining screening to the south of the property is it's maintained, taken care of, fence, weeds, whatever, and that the
To do the paving.
paving from the concrete on the south side of the building, west end to property line.
yeah, from the fence.
Okay.
The entrance road to the fence.
Okay, where the gate is and the concrete ends.
I guess my only question with your motion is the 20 spots were to include material, so 12 vehicles, 8 spots with concrete forms, so that was kind of the
That's
limit.
20 parkings, 20,
Total.
20 total
20
spaces
total, okay, all right.
occupied by cars,
I'll amend,
forms,
yep,
stone.
I'll amend my motion,
Just to keep it
yeah.
down to that use, because that's a large parcel there.
So
And then-
20 vehicle space, I'll amend my motion, and modify the 20 vehicle spaces, which includes vehicles and material.
Okay, I have a motion to approve by Mr. Wilkening, and seconded by Mr. Hunley. Any
I got a
discussion?
question on that.
Pardon?
Can we, put in there that all the vehicles, his vehicles have to be operational, so we don't, if he has one that breaks down, it just don't sit there?
Well, he's losing the space then.
Yeah, but then we're sitting there with an unoperable vehicle, and
Isn't that a town ordinance too, though?
Well, if it's not plated, yes, it would be a problem, but as long as it had a license plate on it. If it was unplated and just sitting there. I mean, in the agreement, we also, there was some discussion on was that it wasn't gonna turn into a storage yard, and that's why the number of.
No boats, all those other things.
Yeah.
Right there, so
Business storage only.
Correct.
however you wanna clarify that part of it, it's up to you guys.
Do you want to add no boats and
yeah.
only business-related storage?
Only business-related storage, yes.
Okay, and you agree, Jim?
yes,
Okay. No further discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swett?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Caprow?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can't get used to voting first.
Number 3, Quick Run Gas Station, Lakeview Business Park Lot 1.5, site plan approval and final plant approval. Petitioner DVG Team, 1155 Troutline Road, Crown Point, Indiana. Owner Shamir Mahani, 9028 Parkside Lane, St. John, Indiana. Vicinity of 13795 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. And 13775 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting site plan approval and final plat.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Max Jesky with DBG Team, representing Shamir Manhani and CLBD South LLC. We're here to request final plat approval as well as site plan approval. We received preliminary plat approval December 17th, 2025, and on December 24th, 2025, we received approval contingent to a full photo master plan being submitted prior to building permit application, and we fully intend to do that. So with that being said, I'll be happy to answer any questions or concerns.
Luke, do you have any comments?
No, just the one, he noted the one contingency of our approval, which was the electrical site plan for the building permit, which we've done that a number of times before, so nothing unusual. Otherwise, everything's in order.
Okay. Building department.
No, I agree with Luke. I think that everything is in order. We just need two separate motions, one for the site plan and one for the final plan,
And I believe...
This is one for site plan and one for final.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does final plat have to go first?
Yeah. Any discussion, commissioners?
No.
Then I'll entertain a motion for, site plan approval.
I'll make a motion, we approve the site plan for the Quick Run gas station for Lakeview Business Park.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion by Mr. Wilkening to approve the site plan, and seconded by Mr. Hunley. Roll call, please.
Is that contingent on the site plan, electric plans?
I'll amend my motion to include the electrical plan contingency regarding the site plan.
You agree, Jim?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Capora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Now I entertain a motion for final plat.
I'll make a motion to approve final plat.
A motion by Mr. Parker to approve,
I'll second it.
second by Mr. Wilkening. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Capora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Did you bring your MyLars for the final plat or no?
Number 4, caller, preliminary plat approval, petitioner of this law, 12632 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Owner Joshua Caller, care of this law, 12632 Wicker Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Vicinity of 9117 137th Avenue, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting preliminary plat approval for lot amendment for the Winding Creek subdivision. Review of legals in order?
They are.
Was that a yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We are here cleaning up a modification to the subdivision plat, the empty lot that's in the middle of about 8 different homes. We've been before you before. You'd wanted this to be published and noticed all the neighbors to ensure that there were no objections. We have done that, and so we are here back before you again.
Luke, do you have anything?
No, we kind of discussed everything that I had, so I'm all good.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tim, anything?
No, I mean, that just, I guess Luke's review of this preliminary plat is just part of the technical stuff, but I see the easements are in place and everything looks to be what we've discussed in the past, so I'm good also.
Commissioners have anything?
No, sir.
Roll call, please.
Need to have demonstrators.
Motion and second.
We need
Oh.
demonstrators.
Demonstrators. Number 4.
Trying to get Greg back to work. Made the motion.
You gotta do remonstrators.
Number 4.
Oh.
I didn't see it either.
Do we have any remonstrators for or against? Do we have any remonstrators for or against? Last call? Seeing none, remonstrations are closed. Now I'm on schedule. Building Department, you're good.
I'm still good, yes, thank you.
Okay. Just another fun night in Cedar Lake. Commissioners, any further discussion? If not, then I'll entertain a motion.
I'll put in a motion for preliminary plat approval for lot amendment for Wangding Creek subdivision.
Motion made by Mr. Swick to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Wilkenine. No further discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkenine?
Yes.
Mr. Capora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Someone read all those items in this one. Number 5, wedding development, site plan approval and occupancy. Owner petitioner, Kim Wedding Development LLC, 15590 Hendrick Street, Lowell, Indiana, 46353, vicinity of 13791 Osborne Street, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioner is requesting site plan approval for a single building on lot number 13 in Lakeview Business Park Commercial Industrial Building and occupancy for their concrete business. Hi.
Hello, Ryan Torringa Engineering, 907 Ridge Road, Munster. So when we were here a couple weeks ago for the study session, the major thing was about curbs, and we were shortly after that told by Luke that the curbs were not necessary for the site, which was one of the major holdups. We have managed to answer all of the comments from the review we received on the 5th of January. Unfortunately, because I was also working on the project that got deferred earlier today, which had much more extreme drainage calculations, I was only able to get the plans to Luke this morning. So not sure if he's had enough time to be able to fully review them. In addition to that, I received the photometric plan from our consultants before the meeting today, so I have to send that to Luke as well. So at this time, we are simply looking for a contingent approval based upon final full review from Luke and the engineer and the photometric. And that's where we're at, yeah.
Luke?
Well, it's kind of like what Ryan said. I looked a little bit through the resubmittal. There wasn't anything too major in there, but I certainly haven't gone through that completely yet, and our lighting guys have not obviously had a chance to look at the photometrics yet, because that's forthcoming. So it's kind of an incomplete submittal review at this point, and that's kind of where we stand.
What was the results of the curb?
Yeah, so I did look through all of our ordinances, and there are no hard and fast rules that say we have to put in curb for parking lot. So you can put in the swales and street drain it fair and square. And I think we talked about it last meeting. There's a number of other developments around that done the same thing, so that makes sense and certainly consistent with what's in the code.
There's no language in the PUD for or against?
No.
No, there's nothing, and again, I think the curb thing comes into play when the parking goes to the property line and there isn't, you're shedding water off onto the neighboring property. And if you look in this case, it's definitely not happening, so.
Yeah, I looked in the ordinance for the curves and I got lost, so I'm depending on you guys.
Luke, how much stuff did you get today?
So
Photometrics and what?
No, we got everything except the photometric. So we did get a.
But you got it today? You got it today?
Mm-hmm. That was the full set of plans and the architectural, which has already been approved downstate. It's just a typical building, I believe. And also has sent him all of the stormwater pollution prevention documents, since our site does go just over an acre, so we'll need to file with IDEM. So we submitted all of those documents for review as well.
How soon did you want to start building?
Tomorrow.
Wrong answer.
As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Okay, you don't see any big problem with,
There's, I feel like the only unknown at this point is the photometrics, because we haven't even seen that yet, but I feel like that can be
At
usually.
the moment, the photometrics are just all building lights, all wall packs. There's no overhead lights to be going in, so simplifies it a little bit.
I feel like with photometrics, there's always a way. It's just a matter of getting the right details.
Yep.
So,
You're gonna light this whole parking lot with wall packs?
Yep.
How can that be in compliance?
well, that's one of the things that's tough for me to weigh in on, because I haven't seen a photometric plan, but I mean, obviously, the lighting levels, the full cutoff lighting, et cetera, have to meet the code. And obviously, we're not gonna issue an approval until it's to our liking. I don't know if I've seen an approved lighting plan work for a parking lot with just using wall lighting before, but.
That's why I asked the question.
If you look at the parking lot in reference to the property line, though, there's an awful lot of room there to get through the.
You gotta get to the end.
Right. And there's a lot of green space to get to the end of the lot if you look at it there, so.
I believe the east side is the only side that would abut anything that could be residential, and currently there's I believe it's at least 5 feet, possibly up to 7 feet high berm as compared to the finished floor of the building, and then there's also landscaping that's being proposed as a screening there, which is in the covenants of the PUD, that it requires a screen on that eastern side.
The photometrics have a requirement also,
Yeah.
regardless of the berm, regardless of all that other stuff.
Yeah, and they're not even doesn't seem to be any light pollution crossing any of the eastern side. I think the only side that, it was .1 even on the north side where there was a light over the emergency exit that's on the building, but that was the only light proposed on that side of the building. All of them are primarily over the parking lot areas.
so if the wall packs don't do the job, then you have to put a pole light in or someplace?
Yep.
So, once Luke reviews the photometrics on this, your client is willing to do whatever it takes to put it into, if he needs pole lights, he puts pole lights, correct?
Correct.
Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Commissioners have any discussion, further discussion, or?
This last minute stuff is.
That can be made
bothers
as
me.
Well, last minute stuff is always last minute stuff coming in here, I understand that. Luke doesn't seem to be too concerned about the last minute engineering other than the photometric.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to be clear, it's more than the photometrics. We would have to sign off on the rest of the submittal too, because, again, I didn't get through the whole thing entirely. So it's not just contingent on the photometric approval, I guess is the point.
Okay, and they couldn't start doing anything, even if we did approve a contingency tonight, until you put out your final approval.
Correct.
Well, it's what commissioners feel here.
Does Luke's final approval come back through us then?
Well, he
Or
would
if
know,
he
he would,
approves it, we're good.
if he approved it all, if we made the motion based on his approval, and he approved it, he would notify staff and building department and we would eventually hear about it, yeah.
Okay.
That it was approved, but look, but do they have to come back on that? No, because we already approved it now.
Okay.
See, but what I'm getting at is if there's enough there, they can't move forward anyway. And we may want a second look at this, because that's not even in our package, correct?
Correct.
You know?
And he hasn't looked at everything.
Right. So I would think that we would want to see, at least we would want to look at, you know, everything that Luke's just received before we move forward. My opinion, I think it should be a deferral until Luke has all the information reviewed. But,
And I'd like you to get started yesterday,
yeah, me too.
but, you know, we have a kind of a implied deadline of the Friday before, and
So it's Commissioner's choice, either approve with, or make a motion with contingencies, or make a motion to defer until all items have been reviewed by town engineer.
I'll make a motion, we defer this item pending Luke's review.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, and defer it to the next public hearing.
Yes.
I have a motion by Mr. Wilkening to defer this matter until town engineer has reviewed all items, until the next Plan Commission public meeting in February, and seconded by Mr. Swick. Is there any other discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
No.
Mr. Wilkening?
Yes.
Mr. Capora?
Yes, motion carries 5-1.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 6, Barbara Little Salon Site Plan Approval, petitioner Barbara Little, 9602 West 135th Place, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Doesn't matter what I got on there. Owner, Tommy Little, 9602 West 135th Place, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Cindy of 9602 West 135th Place, Cedar Lake, Indiana. Petitioners requesting site plan approval for to move hair salon to an attached garage at their home. Name and address, please.
Tom and Barbara Little, 9602 West 135th Place.
I said it enough here, you shouldn't have
I
it
know,
memorized.
I almost threw an 8 in there, I don't know why.
All right, so briefly, you wanted to put your hair salon into the garage there.
Right.
And we bettered it pretty much over the last work session and that, with the parking and like 2 cars at a time
Mhm.
is anticipated. I forget what the hours were, like 9 to 6?
9 to 6. Any more, I'm getting done between 5 and 6. That's my goal, is
Well,
to be done by
just
6.
hours, yeah, just
Yeah.
say 9 to 6, and then,
Yeah.
and then Saturdays was till,
Saturdays, it will take an act of Congress and God together to make me work on Sunday.
okay, so you don't want to have any hours at all. So if you have no hours and then someone shows up, you know, if
It
you're
would
working
be
on
an
Sat-
emergency.
It better be God.
That would be it.
better be God. She said it.
In 19 years, I've done it once.
Okay, so no Saturday, just Monday through Friday.
Oh, no, I said Sunday. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Saturdays, yes, I will work Saturdays.
okay,
I said no Sundays.
okay, I got you there.
Sorry.
All right,
Thanks,
that's fine.
Jerry. I might take you up on that.
Same hours on Saturday,
9 to 3.
9 to 3.
Latest
Okay.
is 3.
Well, it doesn't really affect Luke at all. Tim, do you have anything else?
No, I do not.
Commissioners have anything?
No.
I asked about, all the stuff on the property, all that stuff is in compliance. Everything's, the big boy toy stuff.
We're,
The tra-
yeah. We're working on, we've been painting and getting things kind of going in there because it's never been 100% finished. So we've just hung drywall and painted and all that stuff. So we're kind of waiting for everything to settle down before we bring that in, so.
Okay.
No hoarders, I promise.
There's no further discussion, I will entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the site plan.
Motion by Mr. Parker to approve,
I'm second.
seconded by Mr. Hunley. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swett?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfgang?
Yes.
Mr. Caprow?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Cut away.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Have a great night.
Letters of credit. Number 7, Crown Point Community School Corporation, notice of cancellation, a letter of credit sent to expire on February 19, 2026, in the amount of $312,389. I didn't read this, but this is all set to go, right?
They're actually, yeah, we actually had an email the other day from Skillman. They're gonna renew this for another 6 months.
They are going to renew it.
Yeah, they said it's in progress, but I don't think it's actually been officially, renewed yet, but it's in the works.
When's our next,
Mm-hmm.
what's the next public hearing? Fourth,
February?
Yeah.
18th.
18th,
18th.
and this expires on 19th, so, their intent is to renew, but if they don't, we need to set a full date. Correct?
How much time you need, Ryan?
I think we usually did about a week out.
12?
Traditionally, how it's been done is, so in this case, it'd be February 12th.
Okay, so just to protect ourselves, we need to, I need a motion to set a full date of February 12th, 2026 on this.
I'll make a motion that we set a full date on this item. If it's not renewed by February 11th, full date of February 12th.
Motion by Mr. Wilkening to set a full date of February 12th, 2026. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Parker. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swett?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wolfgang?
Yes.
Mr. Caprow?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Number 5, Centennial Estates Phase 1 Maintenance Letter of Credit to expire February 15, 2026.
Yeah, this is the one that they took care of everything on, so this is a maintenance letter of credit that can just expire, is our recommendation.
So, okay, so just let it run. Okay, this will expire then. Number 9, Cedar View Properties LLC, performance letter of credit to expire on February 15th, 2025, in the amount of $14,047.
Good evening. Do I need to be up here?
Pardon me?
You need to talk to me this evening, I guess, right?
Well, state your name and address, and we'll see if we,
Sure.
see what's going on.
Jim Broker, Broker Contracting, Cedar View Properties, 1827 East Commercial Avenue, Lowell, Indiana.
Okay, this
This is the Domino's Jimmy John's property.
right. Does that include the house too?
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. I got two different permits,
Okay.
but I don't.
Luke, what do you know on this?
So this is just one, I don't think I ever had anything that officially closed it out, and we never came back out and re-inspected things that, I think there was just a few minor things related to pavement, maybe some curbing. And
There was the epoxy painting on the concrete right at the front that was done in the fall. I probably didn't call anyone out for that, not knowing that I needed to, but yeah, if there's some things I need to do, or calls I need to make, I certainly can.
And I think we just wanted one final as-built survey with some additional info on. I don't think I ever saw that come through. I think I'm going back to October.
Okay.
When we had some email correspondence back and forth. I just didn't see anything that like finalized everything.
Okay.
Can you resend that to him?
Certainly.
I'm sure, yeah,
It was
you know,
nothing,
physically.
major or anything like that. It was just, we didn't officially close anything out. That's really all.
So this is one of them that, I mean, this performance bond is gonna turn into a maintenance bond for that it's basically the concrete, like you said, the striping, a couple signs, and curb and gutter, and approaches, the concrete that's in the right of way, so this needs to be turned over to maintenance for 3 years as it expires, if you can roll that over before, you know, do it before it expires, or it needs to be renewed, so.
And I'm
Sounds
sure,
like he's close to being in that, when was your expiration?
The 15th of February, it looks like?
and I'm willing to bet the maintenance amount, which is gonna be about $1,200 or something, will probably cover the remaining items that are still out there for performance, if that means anything, but.
So, have you done a final on this whole thing?
No, we haven't, like,
Okay,
that's all,
alright.
to me, it wasn't any, you know, there was just a few ticky-tack things left on our list that we just needed to
Yeah.
just cross them off.
Well, we know how hard it is to get as-built sometimes.
Sometimes it is, yeah.
I thought the as-built was done and sent in at one time, because Evermarsh was working on that for us, and, but maybe not. I know there was some transition between Don.
Yeah, so Don's last review letter asked for a couple additions to the as-built, and I don't think I've ever seen
Okay.
an updated one since
Well, I can
he
check
asked
on
for
that.
those, so it wasn't anything too
Yeah.
difficult or time-consuming, just never saw it, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, I certainly know we were in correspondence with them, so, and had things moving forward, because we knew, actually, we weren't able to even get occupancy until we had something from them, so I can follow up on that. So, yeah, you're just gonna, you'll email me exactly what you need to close out that project, and then at that point, we need to extend this, change it from a performance bond to a maintenance.
Right.
Yeah,
By
for the,
February
I mean, I don't, obviously, he doesn't need to provide maintenance bond for concrete removal and curb removal, so it's just gonna be basically the approaches, the curb, the striping, and the signage and posts. Did you ever fix the signage and posts, or no? You didn't, did you?
We talked about that up there.
Yeah. That sign, just your sign and post has to be
Yeah,
that.
the one on the street was not ours,
Correct.
the one that was put
We
in the
did
street.
have that debate, but that one sign, that stop sign and that sign has to meet that MUTC standard. It has to be the proper, can't be that little stop sign, so that's one of the things in here, so. I told you eventually you're gonna have to put that thing out.
Yeah, so we were,
That's the.
So you have a list? Luke has a list?
Well, the sign thing was a part of, and again, that was just something that we looked at a while ago, but I think he was finishing the dominoes, getting the site plan approved, the final asphalt was being done at the,
Well, if you have a to-do list,
so there isn't any, I mean,
Okay.
the to-do list was for the closeout of this performance
Okay.
bond was just those signs. Other than that, that was it. So those signs were on Don's initial inspection, I think, along with this couple as-built items, I believe. That's just by my memory, but
That
I
sounds
didn't know if
right.
those were ever changed or not. But I remember,
We were not.
I remember the little, you know, that small stop sign. I knew that was gonna be, because it comes up on every site that those signs aren't, you know, to the standard, so.
yeah, that was, they weren't on our drawings, that's what we talked about. That since it were not, those items were not on our drawings, that, just
So
what
if you
we
can get those
supplied.
signs changed, then we can get Luke over there to inspect and make sure that he's only got a couple items on here, and then you should be able to proceed with the maintenance thing in the February meeting, I would believe.
All right, what do we have to do anything to protect ourselves against the
I would
expiration
still,
on the
I guess I
15th?
would still establish a pool date if he leaves the country, I mean, or something, but it sounds like he's here and he's here and willing to do what he needs to do to move to the next step, but I would ask Ryan that question, but I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise you leave it go and then what, $14,000 is gone, so.
So
It never hurts to set a date and then everybody's got a deadline they're working on.
And you should be done in the next couple of weeks with what?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm pretty confident. I know that list, that's out there. As a matter of fact, I should have that. I do have that.
Okay, and then,
February 8th would be your date.
once he completes it, they have to come before us to turn that into maintenance, or does that automatically go to maintenance?
Well, Luke would have to, you guys will have to formally accept his improvements, and he'll have to come back to the February, he
So
wouldn't
he'd have to-
necessarily have to come to the February work session, but it would have to be on the agenda to turn over to maintenance. You guys have to formally,
Yeah, so I thought, all right. All right, so, tonight we can set a pull date. Mr. Broker will have this completed in the next couple of weeks, and then he can appear next month at the public meeting to, turn this, letter of credit into, performance letter of credit into maintenance letter of credit.
Okay, I have to be here for that?
I don't know if he personally has to be here, it's just an ministerial.
If there's no problems, I don't see why you really have to. So, yeah, it's like I say, basically administrative.
I should be able to get approval from Luke by the 8th, that he's happy with everything, and if he's happy, you guys will be happy.
Right, and Luke will give us the information. As long as he's happy, there's no reason for you to be here. If there's a problem.
Sure, understood.
Definitely have to be.
Yep.
I can give you the number you'll need for that maintenance letter of credit, if you need that earlier to help get that going.
That'd be great. I appreciate that. Yep.
So I would need a motion to set a pull date of this the 15th, so 7 days for the February 8th.
Yep.
Full date of February 8th, 2026. And then, that's all I need to make in the motion? Or do I have to add anything else?
No, that's all.
That's it? So I'll entertain a motion to set a full date of February 8th, 2026 on this item.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Parker, seconded by
I'll
Mr.
second it.
Wilkeny. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swift?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkeny?
Yes.
Mr. Capora?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wicker Enterprise LLC, performance letter of credit to expire on February 7th, 2026, in the amount of $11,731.50.
Did you skip 9?
That was the one we just did.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on number 10 now, huh? Who knows what on this?
Printed the wrong one.
This, we did get an email on this one. They intend to renew, had an email from Jamie Glenn from Wicker Enterprise, said we'd have a renewed letter of credit by February 6th.
You said the 6th?
Yeah, the day before the expiration is what they said they're working on it with the Mott State Bank, and we'll have it over by that date.
Not a good answer.
That ain't gonna work.
No.
They were out of the country or something, they sent the email, I know, and they were on vacation out of the country, and that they had every intention of renewing it, so. I'm sure if we let them know we need to have it by such your date, and we'll let them know they need to have it before then.
You guys will notify them?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Deutmeyer, what's the date?
29th, January.
Yeah, is that weekends and stuff? I was just trying to figure it out. I'm
I
not
think that
good
was
at
on
calendar.
Friday.
Works for me.
Let me double check.
January 29th?
Was that right? That's
Sounds
not
good. Yeah, 30th. 30th is a Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, So I'll need a motion to set a poll date for this item for, January 29th, 2020,
January 30th.
January 30th, 2026.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. Wilkenine. Second, please.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Mr. Swick. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkie?
Yes.
Mr. Purpura?
Yes, motion carries 6-0. Number 11, Summer Winds Unit 1 Performance Center credit to expire on February 15th, 2026, in the amount of $244,187.85. What do we know on this one?
You guys need to come up and talk?
Yeah, if you got anything to add to this, name and address, please.
Tim Dingo with Armani Development, 8034 Patterson Street, Dyer, Indiana.
Okay.
Our assumption was, I guess I shouldn't assume, but when we rectified units 2 and 3 for a poll date of 6/20, that this one would get pushed to the same, so we have until June 20th to complete the project.
But did you renew this one though?
No, it's not due for another month. They were separated. They've always been off by 2 months. So we renewed the other two, which was about a month ago. And so this one here, we were just gonna, it doesn't even need to be 6 months. We just need till June 20th, which you gave us 6 months to complete the project. So we just need to push this one to June 20th as well. So it gives us, time to asphalt and do the rest of our repairs.
The same as the rest of them, right?
Yeah, I don't have any.
So you're gonna extend it for 6 months, and you're gonna have that in place before February 15th?
Yes. Yeah, no, I'll talk to Dustin. He'll get it sent over right away. The bank, sorry.
Okay. We're still gonna have to set a poll date, but as long as you got it in before that, it doesn't matter.
All right.
7th February?
6th?
6th of February?
Hey,
Yeah, I guess it's on a Sunday, so yeah, 6th.
6, okay.
6th.
All right, I'll need a full date set on this item for February 6, 2026.
And you're gonna extend the time period until June 20th, correct?
Correct.
Just so it's clear.
Yeah, so they're all 3 in line.
They'll all be expired at the same time and he'll be done.
That's fine.
Yeah. I need a motion to set the full date for February 6, 2026.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Mr. Parker, seconded by Mr. Wilkie. Roll call, please.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mr. Carnahan?
Yes.
Mr. Swick?
Yes.
Mr. Hunley?
Yes.
Mr. Wilkie?
Yes.
Mr. Purpura?
Yes, motion carries 6-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome, thank you. Okay. Public comment. Do we have any public comment?
Angie Michaelachek, 12806 Lee Court. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. The reason that I came tonight is because I watched the Stormwater Board meeting last week, and I also watched the Town Council meeting, and there was a situation that was brought up in public comment regarding a property water issue that seemed very similar to the issue that I had brought to the town's attention in 2023. So I had written a list of a few things I wanted to ask. In some of that discussion, it was said that there had been a public meeting, or it was agreed upon not to build on that property until the drainage issue was fixed. And apparently there was a permit given regardless, which was one of the issues that had been brought up. This is a property on Muir Street. And Now, during my discussions when I had come here, I was repeatedly told that the Plan Commission couldn't help me. I do have to say that. Also, I was told, it was said in public comment, also by a neighbor, that the property behind my home was also, the words my neighbor used were condemned. And I had went through, just like the person had said yesterday about not being able to find the documents to say that, I also couldn't find the documents to say that. I had made several records requests regarding getting the minutes back from 2005, and again, I was repeatedly told, well, this is an old project, this is a long time ago, not to worry about it. And one of my biggest things about my situation and their situation is the fairness of it. I had brought up the issue regarding the water that was coming on my property. I had come here, I think the last count, 18 different meetings between Town Council, Stormwater Board, Plan Commission, and Board of Zoning Appeals. In conclusion of that, the Stormwater Board advised me that the best thing for me to do, for them to help me, would be to move my well. So I had Sheehy come out and give me an estimate on the possibility of doing that, and it was upward of $25,000 if they could even get on the property. So it was strange to me because somebody else has, I guess, personal property in what should probably be their swale of a hot tub, and I didn't hear anyone tell them to move the hot tub. So I felt like that was a little unfair for me. During the Stormwater Board meeting, the owner of the property behind my home, which everyone knows who it is, he had come to the Stormwater Board meeting and announced that he had a solution to all my problems, and it would be for him to put a swale in on that property. And it's on public record that he had said that he would do that. And what I would like to see is that being done if that property ever does get developed. That's what I wanted to say about that. But the engineer had told me, and it wasn't Luke, I haven't met you before, the engineer had said to me numerous times, the best situation, the best outcome for me would just be for them to develop the property behind my home. So I have a big question about that, because if it was deemed or condemned or unbuildable, and from the research that I'd done, I think it was unbuildable because of the compromised soil, not just because of the drainage issues, because when they had made my subdivision in Lee Cove, there were at least 3 homes that I was able to get the records for that had unstable soil, and they had to make modifications to the foundation. Which is another thing I wanted to bring up. In conclusion of what happened yesterday, the town attorney said that they had to review the records from the town as well as reviewing his records. Well, in my situation, when I tried to get the records from the town, they said none existed. So I made repeated records requests, and I did get the original permit. It had no photos to it. It had no placement on the land. It had nothing, just a whole bunch of different scribbles marked out of adjustments being made on the permit. So my question is, where are my property records? And what the town had said at that time, it said, we don't know where they went. So how could anybody review the records if the town doesn't have them to find that, that property was unbuildable? Then there was a whole bunch of different issues regarding personal items that were put on that property. I guess I just want to say I don't think residents should have to deal with these kind of issues. I mean, there was so much time made to the situation when it was in the original documents for our subdivision for there to be a drainage outlet behind my home and the other homes, and it was never done. I've wasted, I guess I could say I've wasted a lot of time on this. I knew the attorney was billed, the engineer, these people came out to my property, and still nothing was done, and it was by my choice. I said, I'm not moving my well. I don't feel that it was necessary for me to, shouldn't the well have been inspected before, when the home was built? But we wouldn't know because there's no records. So, I just wanted to say that I think that the residents shouldn't have to deal with this, and that there should be some type of system where this stuff doesn't happen. So, my request to you is, how can I don't know if they red flag properties in this type of situation or not, but could there be a red flag put on the property behind my house not to build on it until they address the drainage issue? Or something? I don't know exactly what you do, but I find it odd that my neighbor, he said he attended the meetings. I never went back and asked him the dates. I probably could have, or had him write a letter or something, but I didn't want to bother him with it. He told me that, and the attorney agreed. I might as well just say, he said, we find that Lee Cove, there should be no more, we found no more building in Lee Cove. And, okay, so we got the town attorney saying that, my neighbor saying that, so obviously it was true. And if it was true, then why were there townspeople trying to get the owner of the property a permit to build on it, number one, and number two, that property is for sale. It seems to be the same situation that somebody may buy it and just come up never knowing that there's a drainage issue there. And my neighbor, the owner, also, they concocted some type of deal between themselves that they built up the actual where the swale was supposed to go with rock and stuff. Now, I debated that, came in here so many times by myself, a single woman. I'm not two men and the mother, It was very hard for me to do all that. So I'm not asking for anybody to go dig that out, I'm not at this time, because I've done as much as I possibly could to circumvent my issue, even as far as replacing my deck that got damaged from the water, and then I got penalized for doing that when I brought this issue to the attention. I received a violation. The person who put the shed received a violation, never paid it. I paid mine immediately. Recently, I don't know, within the last couple of months, they allowed a fence to be put on where they built it up. Now, they tried to extend the fence back on the property behind my home. I had to come into the town and say, what's going on here? And then, you all know the story. I feel like what happened the information that was provided yesterday in the town council meeting and the information that happened on the stormwater board. Now, I wasn't able to see the water in the video. I could see a little bit, and I'm sure it was really bad. Way more. But it doesn't matter. I'm still suffering on my property due to water damage because a builder didn't do what he was supposed to do. And, I know it's been probably 20 years now, but, this was 3 years ago. And I came a lot to try to circumvent this problem, and I just don't think that any resident should have to deal with that. And I would like to know how we can go about red flagging that property, as the owner of that property did say he would put a swale on it, and he announced it in public record in the stormwater board. How can we do that?
1 second. Tim, the property, her backyard, where's the water supposed to go?
Obviously, that property needs to be re-subdivided and developed before it could be built on. So, there was a potential swale that was gonna go in the backyards that was kind of there in some pictures, kind of gone. Obviously, it needs to go probably west. But at the end of the day, that property is a meets and bounds parcel and needs to go through the subdividing process in order to be built on, which then would trigger Luke's review and engineering and...
Are there any elevation challenges between her backyard and going west? We got trying to make water run uphill?
No, her backyard is about the crest of I mean, there's some water heading towards her house, but it's not, I don't think there will be any issues. Make it go out.
I believe there's 10 feet difference from my rear yard to the front yard, or 12 feet from the yard drain in the front, from the west to the east. And then I also have, because of the buildup, I have quite a bit of different, well, I guess 10, 12 feet from the south to the north. So the yard goes this way and this way.
Yeah, I know you got some elevation challenges there, that's why I asked Tim. The water's in the back, kind of in the northwest side, that's why I was wondering.
I have all sides.
Where was it supposed to go?
When it gets to your back,
when it gets, well...
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it can't run uphill to the west, and that's kind of what I was asking.
North is downhill.
Oh, north is downhill.
If somebody were to develop that piece of property, they would have to have engineering look at it, and before they could put a house on it, they would have to come up with a drainage plan.
That's with today's standards, that a meets and bounds parcel needs to be subdivided before it can be built on. So, with that remaining the same, yeah.
Yeah, so,
I don't want to say
your question,
I don't want to say
Angie,
that's forever, or somebody's not going to change the rules, but that is the situation as we stand, yeah.
Your protection now under the present ordinance, as I see it, is that when somebody comes in to apply for a permit to do anything on that land, they're gonna have to go from the leaps and bounds to subdivision, either one lot or separate lots, however, and then in that process, it would have to be surveyed and engineered for drainage. Somebody couldn't build a house,
but it shouldn't even come to that, Mr. Corpora, because it was already stated that it was
understood.
Condemned or whatever.
Yeah, understood, and I don't know the answer to that.
So in my opinion, I didn't mean to cut you off, I apologize. Right. In my opinion, I don't think any permit should be given if it was determined, if we could look at the records, where it said no more building in Lee Cove. And there's no records. Now, I could talk to my neighbor, I could ask him what year it was, I could try to get more records, but I do want to say, and just tonight, now, as I told you, I was at least 18 public hearings, and nothing against the people that do the minutes, but the minutes that are done miss a lot of conversation. And I can assure you, I mean, I don't understand why it's 5 months. Today you approved minutes from September. If I'm calculating right, it's 5 months. Why are the minutes coming out so late? I don't get that because, like in my situation, I had to wait 4 to 6 months to check my words. And a lot of it wasn't there or just cut off. So I don't understand that part of what the town's doing with the minutes either.
Minutes from the meeting are not verbatim.
Yes, I get that.
Okay, and therefore, there is, I don't know, I don't take minutes, and I never transpired, you know, but they're not verbatim, so.
Yes.
Some things are going to be missed. You try to get the gist of it and the most important things. A little item that may seem very important 20 years later was missed, is a big item 20 years later, but.
Right,
you know.
so, yes, so the thing is that the person that came into the town council meeting yesterday and in the stormwater board, the town's gonna help them, and they help them respectfully. They weren't told, we can't help you, go sit down, you only have 3 minutes. I was treated very unfairly. And I mean, I don't want to go and repeat the past. Quite honestly, I wanted to drive here yesterday to say what I wanted to say. But I realized there's nothing you guys can do about it. But I can tell you, a lot of you people were here then. And regardless if there's regardless if it's on the minutes or not, you all know what happened. Whether you want to admit it to me or say anything or whatever, I believe that you all, maybe not all, but there's people here, Mr. Austin, and I really appreciate him. He stuck up and he said, with the soil challenges or whatever, that we said no more building there. And then they went ahead and put up a shed and rock, and then never gave them a violation for it. You know, meanwhile, why should residents have to spend all this time trying to fix something that should have been right from the beginning? And I think that needs to be fixed. I think that maybe some people would agree with me.
Well, we're striving as we change ordinances and
Yes.
move forward, we're striving to correct a lot of these problems.
Oh.
Now, the instance, last night was totally different to your situation. There was a problem with this, and we hashed it out in front of the plan commission, and engineering came up with a solution, that was supposed to be done. Part of it was part of the town's problem, part of it was part of the developer's problem. The town did what they were supposed to do, the developer didn't do his job.
But there was no solution provided to me besides move my well.
No. I can't, I know, I was at every meeting that you were at, so I
Yes.
mean,
Well,
you know, but I don't know your situation, everything behind it. I don't know what happened to the records. You know, I feel sorry for you, and I understand.
I don't want you to feel sorry for me.
Well, I'm gonna do it anyway,
Yeah.
whether you want me to or not, okay?
Mr. Thiel also brought up that it's 1.4 acres, so it would need a waiver from the moratorium also, that property that's in question.
Right, but the point here being is that if anybody goes to build on there are certain things they have to accomplish before they can put a structure on that property.
Just
Plain
like
and simple,
yesterday.
under today's ordinances, that's your protection.
Yes, I'm sorry, but according to the people yesterday, they started building before the drainage was supposed to be done. So I appreciate what you're saying, and I would love to believe that, but it's not happening.
Well, and I would love to believe that too, because I was surprised, as you are, to see that there was a house put on there when it wasn't supposed to be built, until the problem was taken care of.
Okay,
So I was just as shocked yesterday when I was watching the town council as you.
okay, so,
Okay, so, you know, because I sat here and was part of it, listened to all the meetings and that came about for the solution over there
Yes.
near,
Yes, sir.
near Street.
okay, so I have a question.
The difference, Angie, between Muir Woods and that piece of property you're talking
Lee
about.
Cove, uh-huh.
It's not part of Lee Cove. It was never platted as part of Lee Cove. It's a separate piece of property. It's not in Lee Cove. That's why it's a meets and bounds parcel.
But, sir, with all due respect, I went to the county and got the records, and it says a part of Lee Cove amendment lot, because they amended it.
If it had a legal description that was a legal lot of record, it wouldn't be a meets and bounds lot today. Am I correct, Tim?
It shouldn't be a meets and bounds lot, that's the issue.
It absolutely is a meets and bounds lot.
Yeah, it's not a part of Lee Cove.
It's not a part of Lee Code, but I don't think it ever was. Now, what got condemned over there was all the houses on that property.
Could we possibly pull it up on GIS? I'm sorry, I know, what got the houses, but that's not what my neighbor said. So, I mean, I'm in a situation, I could go ask my neighbor to write a letter, or we could put on that property, make sure the drainage is done before there's more buildings. So,
All I can tell you, Angie, is where the town goofed up is when we spent all that money demolishing all those properties, or all those buildings on that property.
yep,
We should have foreclosed on it.
yep. So, just to verify if this is part of Lee Cove or not.
Is it this?
Yes. What does it say on there?
If it says Lee Cove, it'd be buildable right now.
If it says Lee Cove?
If it's part of Lee Cove, yes.
Even though they said
That was a platted subdivision, Angie.
but from my understanding, the subdivision failed, and
Therein lies the problem. So,
what about...
Lee Cove, what was platted, I was under the impression got built out, what was platted. It did go, the developer went defunct or whatever happened at the time, which is probably why there isn't a lot of documentation for the subdivision. And we didn't have maintenance bonds and performance bonds and things of that
I'm aware of all
nature at
that.
the time.
Yes, I'm aware of all that. So,
This property was left with a bunch of abandoned,
yes,
disheveled property that the unsafe building department at the time, which I was part of, demoed all of it.
and paid for it.
And paid, would the town paid for that?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So,
And those records exist. I was able to get the records from that property to show that.
this, as far as I know, was never platted as a lot in Lee Cove, or lots in Lee Cove.
Okay, so we still have the drainage issue, so I am asking, this is probably about all that I could request at this point, because I'm not moving my well, is if we could put on that property,
We can't put anything on that property because we don't own it.
Not literally.
no, what I'm saying is before a permit is issued, that whoever
Well,
gives the
They
permit,
would definitely have to have a stormwater improvement plan before they can build on that property.
okay,
So, Luke, this question's for you. I'm assuming Tim's gonna come back here in a second. The property that we're talking about is over an acre. So all the compliance that has to come with that development can't make things worse for her, right?
Correct, we would never approve
However,
anything.
how could that development make it better for her? Can we enforce that?
Well, if you recall, offshore states,
That's, doesn't include the lot in question then.
offshore states is like a textbook example.
is that the amended version?
Development goes in with a flood problem area.
Yeah.
Provides stormwater retention.
Right.
Redirects drainage, and actually helps that regional problem that exists.
Right.
So, a lot of times, the development.
It doesn't have that property
with
on
the
the
stormwater
code.
requirements that are.
You know, Lucas trying to explain something, you guys over there talking, and she's listening over there. So why is he running off with his mouth if no one's listening?
I apologize.
So let's all be quiet and listen to what Luke has to say. Thank you.
I don't know if you were at any of those meetings about offshore states, but offshore states is over on the east side of the lake, and. it was
Cul-de-sac?
It was built, yeah.
Yeah, I
not,
think I was paying attention.
Was one of those, long-standing regional flood problem areas, but when that development went in, it actually made the flood problem better because it provided stormwater detention, it redirected drainage. So a lot of times, just when development goes in, yeah, it's adding impervious area and things like that, but it's also providing that stormwater mitigation to help that problem that exists.
Yeah.
So,
Which is, to my point, the compliance that this property will have, non-conforming, existing non-conforming, whatever we wanna call it, if and when that's developed, part of the requirement could be that the water problem not get any worse for
Yeah,
you,
it's
but maybe get better.
Yeah, it's a big mess, and we can talk probably
And I
all
know
night
there's a
about the
ditch-
situation.
There's a ditch to the north that runs back to the west. The elevations are not perfect. So Tim, this property here that we're talking about, can that be flagged for, would a flag kinda like the 136th problem over here?
Well, that would make me happy, because the situation is, the owner came to the stormwater board and said that he would do it, and that's on record.
Well, we can't hold him to that.
Well, I understand. Nonetheless, that's why I removed myself from the stormwater board. And then when I did, because they were trying to tell me to move my well, and everyone here knows that,
Yeah.
I thought that was ridiculous. There's nowhere else on my property
I
for a
just
well.
wanted to make a point to you that whatever happens there cannot make your situation worse. And if it's flagged, perhaps it can be made better.
It could make it worse if buildings were put on it and there was no swale put in.
Okay, Tim, can there be a little
Red check?
check mark or something put on that piece of property in our file saying, no, just for our benefit, when anybody comes in there to purchase it or to build on it or what have you, is that drainage problems must be re-engineered to,
Sorry.
and then the other thing is,
What's the address of the property?
pardon?
What's the address of that property?
I believe it's 12819 Klein Avenue.
That's correct.
Wonder how I remembered that.
Okay, now, Tim's gonna put that in the file, so that's
Yeah.
part of the answer to your question.
Yes, I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, now, the other part of it is that we have ordinances in
Yes.
place today that are made to protect against things that have happened, in your instance especially,
Yes.
so it doesn't happen again.
Thank you for all that work that you get to
Yeah.
make those
Now-
ordinances. I
now,
appreciate that.
We've, trust me, I've lived through this with you.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
And we're still
but-
here.
But, we're trying,
Yes.
okay?
I appreciate
So
that.
So now I think that gives you your two answers,
Yes.
to that question.
Yes, and I feel very good about it. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome, and thank you for coming in
Oh,
and bringing this
there
back
was-
to our attention.
I have one question, one more question.
Short one.
Okay, I will make it short. How big of a piece of property does it have to be in order for it to get built upon?
Say that again?
What does the lot size seem to be for a building? Is it 80 in the front, 120 to the sides? .25?
It depends if it's R1 or R2, and it's so many square footage. Depends if it's a PUD with special,
Okay, well, I was just, the reason I asked is because I've been watching this property, and I have to tell you, I'm not driving around looking. I like native plants, and there was a piece of property on Hilltop that had a whole bunch of, I thought they were native phlox on the property, but it turned out to be invasive rocket steam. But at any rate, I've been watching that property, and I noticed a couple of months ago there was a huge hole, and I'm like, well, that don't look right. So I've been kind of keeping an eye on that property, and they put a really big house there. So I looked in the GIS, and it said .22. The lot is 100 by 100, it's .22, and I always thought it was supposed to be no less than .25. Because what I heard is that Cedar Lake was trying to get away with trying to squeeze in houses on these smaller properties. So I was surprised to see a great big house on a very small property. So I was just questioning what the size was.
I don't know the piece of property, or some of them are legacy lots, some of them are...
1247 Hilltop, and it was never developed.
Listen, I'm lucky I know my own address.
Legacy lots are in a different category, and that could be what that is, I don't know.
So if it's less than .25, it can be built on?
I don't know what the square footage is off the top of my head, yeah.
They have 100 foot of frontage, so it met that requirement.
Yeah, it just, the setbacks and stuff look kind of weird because it's a huge house. Okay, thank you for flagging the property. I really wanted that to be done, so I appreciate it.
Okay,
For the
thank you.
record, though, it's not part of Lee Cove.
Well, okay. Then why does it come up on the property Lee Cove?
Can't answer that
Because if you look on there, does it not say Lee Cove right there?
this is the plat that was salvaged out of that debacle.
Okay, so was now, prior to it being amended, was it included? I don't think at this point it really matters. Mr. Kapoor is getting upset, so I'm going to go sit down because I don't want to deal with arguments and stuff, so thank you.
You're welcome. So we have any other public comment? Any other public comment? Seeing none, public comment is closed, and we are adjourned.